can tell you he can play. 22 years of age from St Helens. Not short on confidence. Spoke to him briefly just before this game. He says, I'm going to give it a go. I know I'm in with a chance if I hit the double.
37.
That's how you've got to approach any game, whether you're playing the power or anybody else.
Well, he has suffered some very famous defeats on this stage, Phil Taylor. Andy Calaby, Kevin Painter back in the day.
Yes. See,
Adrian Gray.
One of them was 2001, one was 2004, the other was 2007. And I thought last year was sort of, he got over the 3-year sequence. Therefore, he probably got away with it. Or maybe, you never know. Anyway, that's another game coming up shortly.
100.
We've got Teddy Jenkins and Mervyn King next. That's a quality first round game, isn't it?
As is this, and Simon Whitlock knows he's got to win this set. Otherwise, it's good night. Thanks for coming. I'll tell you what, the speed at which Justin Pike plays takes too much attention away from the quality of his throwing, doesn't it? I mean, he is a brilliant thrower of darts.
I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. We used to say that at Cliff Thorburn on the snooker table, I remember. He used to take his time, the old grinder, but by good he play. And this fella's the equivalent on the hockey. He has got what it takes. He's superb. And a wonderful lad, great temperament, runs every other morning, runs 4 miles to just keep himself trim, fit, doesn't drink. It's a rarity among a dart player for a pro.
12 will be his target to leave double 16, and he's been deadly on the double down there. Oh, double 8, big dart, big moment.
36. So you require 84.
Whitlock capable of 84 to hold his throw. Went for the treble 16. Now then, bullseye.
59.
Well, I suppose whichever route he takes, if he doesn't hit a treble, Bull's always going to be the target with his third dart. He does like that treble 16, double 18.
Double 4 for Justin Pike. Oh, goodness me, that's almost a yard away. Double 2. Double 1. Oh, and for the second time in the match, Justin Pike hits double 1. He gets it done. It doesn't matter which double you go in or out on, John, they count just the same.
You're right. That double is the biggest double on the board when you need it and get it. Before, of course, he got 1 and then double 1. He needed to split, but on that occasion, straight at it. And in a way, I've said this, I remember over the years, Rod, in a way, it's good that you've only got 1 dart at it, the third dart of your sequence, because you're totally positive with it. You think, right,
80.
I think mentally you think straight at it, and in she goes.
Well, is he going to stay there? In finishing, of course, he'll be looking at double 8, but he can carry on attacking the same bed if he so desires. This is his 6th attempt to start, and it will not be his last.
Now, this is where Whitlock can suddenly strike, play with a little bit more freedom now, the Aussie. A man from New South Wales, the reigning European champion. Loves to hear that, does Simon Whitlock. Well, Justin.
32.
It's Justin. But too late, one feels, to have any effect.
86.
Well,
There are not many leagues now up and down the land that play the double start, but still a few. In the olden days, I'd say the olden days, back before the war and immediately post-war, I think many leagues applied the double start. Many of them played 3-0-1 with the double start. There's still one or two leagues around that do that, but in the main, they play the traditional 5-0-1 that you normally see on your television screens.
95.
Well, Justin Pipe's tardy start in this leg has left him a mile behind. He might like doing those 4-mile runs. John, he's going to have to sprint on in this leg if he's going to pick off Whitlock here, because this could be the end of it. And it won't be if he hits double top.
Double 10, likes it. There you are. Almost Wade-like the way that he's polishing off that double 10.
First. Game on.
Wow. The tardy Tonian.
83.
Perish the thought. Got to rectify matters here, hasn't he, Mr. Pipe? The thing is, once you start struggling on that opening double, Rod, sure it gets into your mind. The confidence drains dart by dart as you realise how much you're giving away.
Well, I know double 16 is his favourite. We know that, but you think he'd be better switching now, perhaps. Because he's not just missing, he's missing them by a fair old distance. Would he be better just switching across? Just pick another double, just trying to freshen it up a little bit. Finally gets it, but he has missed it a lot, hasn't he?
Yes, you're right. He would contend, why move around the board and possibly make things worse for yourself? Two sides to every argument, aren't there? But whatever, there's only one side in this particular leg, and that's the Aussie in the shape of Simon Whitlock. A dreadful 2 legs for Justin Pipe since he hit that double 1.
Well, we mentioned earlier in the game that Justin Pipe was averaging 100. He's now averaging 82, which just shows you that the Pipe has stopped smoking, John.
130.
It's Whitlock who's lit up the game with some scintillating stuff. Tops then. Whitlock.
Simon, you require 40.
To put himself within one leg of the set, he gets it. And that's why I can't understand why he doesn't go for it as a starting double. He's pretty good at it. And like you say, he's losing 20 points every time he goes for the double 10. Be that as it may, it's all about winning no matter how you do it in the end. Though you'll prefer to do it with style and as high an average as you can attain.
Well, is he going to stay there? Well, and a stab at double 14. Missed that as well. But Whitlock is throwing into an area here, John, isn't he? He's aiming at that kind of wire between double 15 and double 10.
Oh, no,
double
he's not.
Not anymore.
That's called the commentator's curse. You were unlucky there, Rod. I didn't anticipate that. Nobody did. He got the double 16. He might be sending a message to Pipe. I can get it.
Well, it was almost as if he conducted his own personal lottery in his mind and picked a number between 1 and 20 and fired at the double.
Yeah.
17.
But you're right. I think Whitlock has been aiming at that bottom right-hand part of the circle, the outer tram lines. Now he's not. He's aiming at the treble 20 3 times he gets it. Oh, no monkeying around on that stage.
Incredible.
41.
Well, remember, Justin Pike won the first leg of this set against the throw, and at that point, it'd have been long odds on to take out this match. Now, Whitlock seems near certain, John, to level it up at one set apiece. The tungsten tide has turned very quickly in this game.
Yes, and that of course is a feature of this particular format. It's not unusual for a player to have a bad spell on the starting double, and yeah, indeed, the tide can turn quite quickly.
132.
Well, you cannot argue with that. Simon Whitlock has teed up tops to level up this match with 3 straight legs. It's been a brilliant burst from the Australian, hasn't it?
It has indeed, and he's taken his average up to 93.7 from a mid-80s.
Simon, you require 40.
Mean score, so that shows the quality of his play as he looks at tops for the set. Well, he'll be back, Rod.
Well, if you're going to miss, John, you might as well miss in this situation where your opponent's on 230.
Well, in legs at the moment, it's 4 legs apiece, and they've both hit 4. They've both taken 14 darts to win the legs. Now that's 5 out of 15 for Whitlock, and Whitlock wins the set. 1 set all to play for now. Yet another game that goes the distance. Half expected this one too, to be honest.
He gets away. All on this set then to decide who gets through to round 2. You can see the difference, can't you? Whitlock started slowly, has pepped up, but Pike has fallen off a cliff.
Yes, that second set he averaged just a little more than 60, and that was because of all those missed darts at a starting double and 1 or 2 at a finishing double as well. So that's the sort of stat that can really only happen in this competition. You will not see that kind of stat with a 60 average for a set in any other competition. Not for players of this quality. As you notice, when he was hitting doubles, Rod, the first set he was averaging in the 90s.
Well, he's 170 in front plus these here, John, so he's bossing leg 1 of the deciding set. He's got the throw here. You would have to say, all things being equal, the guy with the throw should win the sets, but they aren't equal when it's double in and double out.
You still have the advantage, obviously, going first, but it isn't as marked. It isn't as accentuated. But it is there. You'd still rather throw first than second. Oh, these are lovely darts. And this says a lot about the quality of the man. You've got to put behind you your disappointments. Yeah, just let go of that one rather too soon. But very easy to get those disappointing moments to get the better of you, but Pipe hasn't allowed that to happen. Knuckle down to the job in this deciding set.
Well, he came here last year as a lively outsider, but was sent packing by John Henderson in the first round, 2-0. This is to go a leg up in the decider. Had to hit the treble, but no panic. Plenty of time, just get the big number, that'll do, leave tops.
No, Pipe, 40, hold your throw, you never know. This deciding set, he will be well aware the advantage that he has, particularly